Hello, beautiful people. My name is Jordan Wilson. I am a former York United midfielder slash defender. Now that I've retired, I really want to dive into more storytelling and just being behind the camera. Seeing as it is Black History Month, I want to tell stories or have conversations with players, opponents, players that maybe I've never even met, just to talk about the game and dive into these stories. Today we have Ashtone Morgan. He is an MLS Cup champion, a North Star Shield winner, and just an overall dope human being. So happy to have him on the show. Let's get into it. Here's more with me and Ash. I have with me an MLS Cup champion, a North Star Shield winner, a man who loves a tackle just as much as I do, Ashtone Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, brother?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me,
I'm
man.
good, man. Good. It honestly pained me to hear to say the North Star Shield winner, but honestly, what man just came in the league and already winning chips. Dead, but nah, it's well deserved for the season you guys had, but also just always love for when we're not playing against each
No,
other. But
100%,
always
100%.
love, man.
Always, always,
Um, so
always.
so yo, you're like Mr. I know also Mr. TFC in terms of all the games he's played, but like going back, whatever, like 07, 08, you're the first guy. I was like, yo, he's playing for TFC Academy. Like,
Yeah.
what is this gonna mean? And then just like you being at the club for over a decade, just talk me through that. Like, what was that experience like?
Man, it was obviously I wouldn't trade it for the world. There's a lot again ups and downs through the process, but just from my development from being in the academy of TFC and being coached by Jason Bent, then graduating to the first team. When you're part of anything at the beginning as in a small new academy, especially in TFC in Toronto, you know, the goal is to play first team football, and for me to have the opportunity to do that and be part of a club for a decade plus, it's special, and in any form for sure, it's been special.
Yeah. Talk to
Yeah.
me about 2016 MLS Cup finals and then going on to winning the treble 2017. I just want to hear first about 2016 because that was a heartbreaker, and
Yeah.
then going into 2017.
No, honestly, it was crazy because after 2016 final, we were all in the change room, just gutted, just like what just happened. Like it was like lined up in the cards and in the stars that we were supposed to win this match. And it was a special moment after that game. Though I know we didn't finish on top to win the final, but it was a special moment. One of a crazy moment I'll continue and always have for the rest of my life was when we were in the change room after that match. We all agreed and voiced out loud that we will be back next year in 2017. And lo and behold, we had one hell of a run the following season and completed the treble. And just to have a group of guys in that one space, in that one room after 2016 final at BMO, just to say, like, we're going to be back, and we actually backed it up and went back to the final was something crazy and something special. Yeah.
Beautiful. Like, what does that feel for you to be? Obviously, you were there with TFC and the inception, right?
Mm.
So, like, being a Toronto boy, a Toronto native like yourself, or even just me being from Mississauga, and like looking at TFC is just like, wow, we have a professional team
Yeah.
in our city. So you're there in the inception, and then to see it like play out and win that for me, like in 2008, I believe is when you were a part of the academy, like grade
Yeah.
11 for us.
Yeah.
People are like,
Yeah.
holy smokes, we're old. But anyways, um, just to think like, TFC could win a cup and then that year winning the treble. Like, what was it like with that group in terms of Giovinco, Altidore? Like, how did everything come together and everyone be on the same page?
Yeah, honestly, those are the special moments that I try to speak about as well. Having a group that everybody, such a solid change room from the first man to the last man. Basically, no matter who was playing, the level didn't drop. And in those years of like the high success, sometimes match day -2 was harder than the actual match day for 11v11 during the week. So obviously it takes it takes a village, to win championships, and we definitely created that village and created that that cohesion with the squad. Sometimes those 11v11s during the week, because everybody could play and everybody wanted to play, and by the time match day came, like, we were always ready because we already had a harder game during the week in training.
Yeah.
So the level was just high, and just to have a group of men, all on the same page was it's crazy, man. And just being from Toronto too, is just like, yeah, I want to win championships. I want to win for my city. I'm literally a downtown boy. My dad would tell me stories about the Blue Jays winning back to back and him being in the city at the parade and all the buses going in the city. And like, yeah, I was like, I always wanted to have that feeling, and I got to get that.
Yeah. So speaking of your parents, one, they don't age. So tell them I said hi. Like, Ashton and I go way back to like North Mississauga Panthers days, and like I was talking to my mom about this because I have a scar on my shoulder. I don't know if you remember this, Ash, but like we're probably like grade 5. It was like 2001. We went to USA Cup in Minnesota, and all of us idiots decided to go on a treadmill at like the fastest speed. I don't know if you have a scar, bro. I still have a little. It's going away, but it's still there. And we all went on a treadmill. I went forward and just like burnt my shoulder. And my mom's like, "Look at your body. Like, why do you?" And I'm a big man now, and I still have a scar from when I'm 12. But
remember that.
Ashton was the same fierce left back then as he is now.
Yeah.
But yeah, say what up to your parents. They don't age. They're fine. I remember seeing them the night 2017 when you guys won.
Yeah.
But like just gave them their. Like they're probably just over the moon, just proud of their son. So I let it be. But it's always love. Love seeing your parents.
Always.
They're dope individuals. And tell me a bit about your background, because I believe you're Trini.
Guyanese.
Oh my goodness.
Guyanese and Jamaican.
You probably want to fight me calling you Trini. When I say it's Guyanese and Jamaican. Tell me how that that background kind of like bled into football a little bit. Like, I know you're proud of your heritage. Just talk a bit about that for me.
No, man. Like, I was running before I was walking. So, the ball was always on my feet. And my dad, his brothers, and his best friends always played football on Saturday mornings at the gym in Parkdale. And around Parkdale, and I was just always there. Like, everybody would take turns holding me, make sure the balls didn't hit me, and just always passing the ball to my left foot. Like, my dad made sure everybody pass the ball to my left foot. He's like, he's going to be left-footed when he grows up. So I was like, thank you, Pops. But just like, you had
no choice.
I had no choice, basically. But being around the football all my life, just like, it's second nature. It's what I know best, so
nuts.
Yeah, it's been around forever. So
I remember 2 things about your dad. I remember your dad told me when we were a kid that I love to slide tackle, and obviously till this day, I would love to get stuck into a challenge. You did too, but you're a bit cleaner than me. Like I would kick a man from behind sometimes, just get like vexed. But your dad was like, tackling is all about timing. I still remember this as a big man, and now I'm retired, and I'm still thinking about like, it's so true. Like, literally, if you think, oh, I want to hit this guy, you're gonna be late. It's all about timing. You're gonna be late. You're gonna get a booking. It's all about timing for sure. And then I will also attest your dad and just the players that the parents that we grew up with. The amount of yellow cards I got whenever I was on the sideline next to the parents. They're like, Jordan, make sure you catch him. Like, if you're on the side with the parents, like, you were just playing at a different frequency.
Yeah, you felt their energy, It's like they didn't come out here for nothing, Like, you want to see something.
Like, we drove here, we want to see action.
Yeah, man.
This is I have a story for you that you probably didn't know, because 2012 I came and watched a game. I was back for a little bit from school, and I watched you play against Red Bulls.
All right.
I think Henry was playing, but then also Dane Richards, the Yardie, was playing. I was literally behind the goal for one of the halves, I think second half. So I was like, literally, you're just right in the section to watch. And like, this is funny, after all these years of a friendship and knowing you, you changed like the way I defended just from that half.
Yeah.
So there's something that I added. I don't know where you got it from, but we're gonna talk about it. Is like this little like jockey flinch.
Yeah.
Like, so you'll be set and you'll do a little flinch at the attacker. And I was like, man, you kept doing this. And it was like, it kind of had Dane Richards like thinking like he's, for people that don't know, he's rapid
because he was pacey.
and
I
like
trust me.
very fast. But
Yeah.
like whenever you gave the little jockey, it made you get closer to him, but it also made him like freeze a bit. And I was like, this is a very, very nice way of defending. And I was like, I would just love to hear you talk about a bit about that, like where it came from, how it happened.
That's wild. It's because like I was at my parents' house last few days, just helping them clean up. They're doing renovations, so like, you gotta come home and go through all your stuff. And there's just like newspapers of over the years. My dad collects them, you know, and there's actually a picture of me and Dane Richards, of me defending him in a jockey stance. I swear to God, crazy you bring this up because I literally was just looking at that. And like even that game you just said changed me for sure, because I remember all week, because at those times Dane Richards was a hot winger. He was pacey, scoring, assisting. And like that was my mission. And all I thought about that week was shutting this guy down, you know? So yeah, like, yeah, I remember that game. Like no tomorrow for sure. Cause I remember I had a good game, because it could have been another way.
Hey, you shut him down. And he had Henry in the box as well. And I was like, yo, Ash, like, and that game you got forward very well. You whipped a few crosses like first half, but then second half it was like Dane was like, all right, let me see. And he was running at you, I kid you not, like a dozen times. And you held your own every single time. And I was proud. I was sitting with a lady friend, a girlfriend at the time, and I was just like, I know Ash. I was proud, man. I was like, yo, but you get, but then I remember like adding that into like my game, obviously in a different way, but just in terms of like, I'm gonna move forward and see what you do. Like see what happens, you know, and like even when I play center back, just to be like, ooh, see what happens. Maybe you take a big touch or whatever, and then I can crunch you.
Job done.
For sure. So the jockey flinch and the jockey hesitate, whatever you want to call it.
Man.
It's dope.
I grew from, I kid you not, that game, I grew so much after that game. I promise you. Like that game actually stuck with me like forever till now. I'm still going. And you know, pacey, when I have a pacey winger, I just have to remember those moments, you know, and
give him that. Give him a little hezzy for sure.
Yeah.
That's great. So now as a vet, since we're talking about like you're still going strong. Like, what advice would you give to young players coming up?
Honestly, there's a lot, but
no, we have time.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel like a big thing is just like, I'm turning 32 next month, and I still don't think I've learned everything I need to learn. So literally, I feel like, I say like being a student to the game, every day you go to work. You know, I feel there's a generation now that's a little different, you know. But if I could say anything, it's just try to absorb everything you can as fast as you can, because this game waits for nobody, you know. And, you know, I feel applying yourself every day, setting small, realistic goals, as well as, my biggest goal, I want to win a championship, but there's small goals that you need to accomplish as an individual and then as a team to reach these things. So creating small goals for yourself personally, I feel helps you become a championship team and a championship player, you know? And I think that's just being a student to the game and applying yourself every day, because we can't play football forever. We can play football for a long time, but we can't play it forever. So you have to be, you know, in tuned and focused. And I feel a student to the game always, just to get better.
No, perfect. Well said, brother. Well said. I think too, something I never really talked to you about or talked about on the show is just like your stint with the national team. I remember even too, like provincials growing up as a kid, like Ashtone was one of the first names you heard. National team was the same, like NTC. Like you've been around. So specifically, what I want to talk about is seeing the men that went to Qatar just a couple months ago, and how many of your melanated peers have like represented this country, which when we were kids, they were like a handful at most. Like, how do you feel now about a country that you grew up in and being like second generation Canadian, and how like we're represented, and how Black people, specifically Black players, are just like tearing it up and doing well? And you can look around and you don't see one or two of your peers, you're seeing like a dozen that are killing it and going forward and just kind of I don't know, there's like a new face in Canada. Like, how do you feel
Yeah.
about all that?
It's about time. I don't know. I think
I love it.
yeah, it's just these are my brothers, for the entire team, no matter where you're from and your background, but just those are my brothers, and but to see, guys that I've played with from when I was young to when I was older represent myself as a Black Canadian in this country and in Toronto. I felt it was so powerful, just even show the world as well. We have the best of everything, from all shades, all colors, and it was a powerful thing to see, my guys and all of our guys, represent Canada for sure. I still get goosebumps. I still get, like, you can see me right now. I'm just like,
Trust me. Yeah.
Holy, like we really did it. And we got to the big stage and to show the world what Canada can offer and what we can do, and I think it's only going to get better. This is only the beginning, and the future is literally so bright for us.
Yeah. And you should have immense pride, brother, because like you're a part of that process. Like I
Yeah.
know comparatively, like I'm looking like playing, I'm happy with how my career went. But like in terms of that one Achilles heel, like, ooh, that thing that I wish I personally accomplished was like getting a cap. But you've been capped. Like you've been the guy that's like been around all these players and also in your own right has like pushed the national team and the program forward. So for that, I always have respect for you just because we go way back, and I think you're a gem of a guy. But you should also feel very proud that you're a part of that movement, and yeah, see more faces like yourself who are killing it in their own right.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Honestly, appreciate that. Yeah, again, like it's when we finally qualified for the World Cup, I was like I felt accomplished, and I felt like, man, like I served my time. For whatever how long I was part of the national team program, I feel when it's myself or other players who were there or weren't there, it's been a process to get to where we're on now. So everybody had a step to take and a part to play in this big journey,
No, that's beautiful, man. Ash, honestly, I'm gonna just give you some rapid fire questions.
Okay,
but you have to promise me, don't take the easy way out. I want it raw, gutter, off the top of the dome. Okay, don't come with nah. Right? Don't be on the fence. Come straight with it. Okay.
I'm gonna try my best.
My guy. First question. Best player you played with?
Best player I played with. Yeah, Sebastian Giovinco for sure.
I'm like, if it's not Gio, I want to know because Gio he could be the mayor. Mayor Toronto.
Whatever he needs, call my number.
Unreal. Yeah, unreal. Yeah. All right. So best player that you shared the pitch with. So it could be opponent.
The one time I was starstruck was against Henry for sure.
I bet.
I
bet. That was the same game. Was that the first game that I'm talking about with Dane Richards?
For sure. At BMO.
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah, like he tackled me. I was like, don't worry about it. It's okay. You can do it again. You can do it again. It's all right.
And I say, hit me again. Yo. Oh, man. Because honestly, I feel like, too, like, I think you're an Arsenal fan, no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're a Gunner, yeah. So this is like, yeah, for sure. Like, I'm a Gunner as well. I'm an Arsenal fan until I die.
Yeah.
And, like, yo, he could literally, like, box me in my face. I'm holding it. I'm hugging it.
Hey, man. I'm hugging it. You got it. Yeah. So there we go. There we go.
All right. Best manager, like, you've played for?
Best manager I played for. I would say Greg Vanney.
Yeah? Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Greg Vanney.
Just whisper about. He said he was really good at his man management.
He's pivotal for many reasons, and
love it.
Yeah, Greg Vanney.
Most skillful player that you faced?
Skillful player that I faced. Oh man. Wow.
One that comes to mind. I feel like right now in your head there's like that time a man maybe give you a little salad or like give you a step over and you're like, yo.
I'll say it was an away match against LA Galaxy. Robbie Keane was playing. He put me in a spin cycle. He chopped me once, I bit. Chopped me again, I bit again. Chopped me a third time, I'm on the floor. Keeper comes out, chips it. goal, and I'm lying with my head facing the net. The field's the other way, but I'm facing the net, lying on the ground. It's like, I got done. So I'm gonna give that one because
brother, you said Robbie Keane. It's okay, man. Hey, like your Robbie can do that.
But I've seen the move, and it's like, you know what's coming. You know he's gonna, and I still went for it. You just lose control of your body and just like, I was like, oh no.
Like a wipeout. I'm dead.
See, I'm being brutally honest right now.
Nah, I love it. I love it. And honestly, anyone who's tuning in is loving this as well. Just to say that Robbie Keane chopped you is dope as well. Poor in training, but a gem on match day. I'm curious about this one.
Poor in training, gem on match day. Oh no. Why you gotta bring me? Oh man.
Let's hear it, yo. You know, we'll come back to that one. We'll come back to this. Best stadium you played in.
Best stadium I played in. Wow. Best stadium I played in. Yeah. Azteca for sure.
Yeah, bet.
Azteca for
okay,
sure.
Biggest clown in the dressing room. Like any dressing room you've been in, who was like the funniest guy?
Funniest guy, man. For their own reasons, for sure. Richie Larea, for sure. Me and
I was
Rich,
expecting that.
No, like Richie on the pitch, he is so serious and fierce. But like when we play together in our short time, for sure at TFC, like it's a clown. He's so funny. We have a good relationship with the banter, you know, for sure.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. All right, player most likely that you've played with, that you think would be a dope manager.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big question too.
That's a big question. The dope manager, huh? Whoa, that's a good question, man.
Or who you think would be a manager? Maybe they're not dope, but you're like, this guy could be a manager.
From TFC days, for sure, I see Michael Bradley being a manager.
Yeah.
I see Michael Bradley being a manager.
Fair enough. All right, we're going back to the question that had you struggling. Poor in training, but a gem on match day. There's just some of those guys, you know.
There are some.
Bro.
Can I not say how about not poor in training, but I'm gonna say not poor in training, but a person in training who like there's been a few times with Seba, with Javinko. He's the man. No, but listen, let me see what I gotta say. Let me see what I have to say. When he wouldn't train with his shoelaces tied, he just wouldn't tie his shoelaces. But then when like you pissed him off, he's like, "Yeah, you want me to start training?" Ties his laces up.
You tied him up. Game over.
It's like he plays.
Yo,
FIFA.
I love this.
So like there might have been times really like you didn't see him till Thursday session. He's in the building, but you don't see him till Thursday on the field.
Oh, that is great.
So
I just didn't think he was the guy. Yo, this is perfect. Like the best you ever play with, but like also sometimes in training when he didn't care, you're like, yo, get this guy on my team.
Yeah, but like you know what he's about. So it's like, am I gonna get mad? You can't get mad.
Oh, that's dope. So yo, just to clarify, you were scared to say it. You're a bummy. You're scared. You're like, I don't know if I want to say about Gio Vico.
There's been sometimes like I'll say like Jermaine Defoe, you wouldn't tie his shoelaces until like you really pissed him off in training, like
that is wild, these guys.
But then it's just like this, like a flip of a switch, and it's just like
he says, get them upset and they're ready.
It's done,
Game over.
There you go.
Honestly, Ash, enough love for you, brother. You guys are listening to Forge FC Defender, North Star Shield winner, and also MLS Cup champion. Ash, nothing but love for you, brother. Thanks for making the time.
No, thank you for having me. Man. No, it's been great. Thank you very much.